Hey guys, this is Robert Broussard. I want to make a video today about my journey through Beachbody programs and my experience with the Beachbody Classic and 4 competitions. Okay, so as you can see, I'm wearing my P90X shirt. Okay, because P90X started it all. In fact, it's kind of funny. P90X started for me kind of standing right there, I think. My wife and I were just kind of wrestling around as married couples do, and she grabbed my arms with her two hands, and I could not break her grip on my forearm. And her veins started coming out. And I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm doing P90X." I said, "No, really, what are you doing?" She said, "I'm doing P90X." And our relationship wasn't that great at the time. And so we kind of argued, and I just didn't believe her. And she goes, "I don't care what you believe." I said, "Well, if you did P90X, let's go do a workout." And guys, at the time, I was overweight, had a big beer gut, probably borderline alcoholic. That's a whole nother video, but I was not in the best physical condition, okay? But, I had an ego, and we went downstairs and worked out the P90X chest and back, and she wiped the floor with me. I could not even finish the workout. She was doing multiple pull-ups, 3 to 4, and I could only do one. And the next time we do pull-ups, I couldn't do any. And then when it was all said and done, I kind of watched her do the last 30 minutes. I said, "Okay, let's go take a shower." She goes, "No, we got to do ab ripper X." And I'm like, "Ab ripper who?" She looked at me and started laughing. She's like, "Oh, you never made it to the end of a workout." Well, you're supposed to do ab ripper X at the end of certain workouts. So needless to say, I was humble. And I had no idea she was doing P90X. And I found out she's been doing it for 4 months. Okay. Like, that's how awesome our relationship was at that time with my wife, because I didn't know she was even doing the program, much less for 4 months. In fact, she wasn't even doing the workouts in the right order. She was just doing them in the order of the DVD sleeve. And she still got amazing results. So anyway, that's what started me on P90X, believe it or not. I had failed like 4 or 5 times, and it took my wife doing it before I finally did it. So, if you guys have spouses struggling to get started, hey, maybe you're the one that's going to inspire them just by your unspoken consistency, for lack of a better word. All right, guys. So I want to share my screen and kind of, because all my journeys and albums, all my journeys through Beachbody and the Beachbody classes are all documented on Facebook and my albums. So feel free to go stalk me on Facebook and look at the albums. Everything is all there. So I'm going to show you some of that stuff right now. I'll maximize this. So what we have here is a Facebook album of my P90X round 2 results. I did P90X 2 consecutive times, okay? And look at the date of these photos. This was uploaded August. The dishwasher going off. This was uploaded August 24th, 2012, okay? So I think I put this photo series together right after I finished, because I wanted to enter the Beachbody Challenge, which I did win. I'm a Beachbody Challenge winner for the 6-month transformation. Guys, look right here. Look at my day 1 photo here. Got bitch tits, man boobs, beer gut, didn't even shave the happy trail, didn't even smile or shave. I promise you I have underwear on, but I had like holes in my whitey tighties apparently, so I didn't want to show that. But this is a legit, 180-day transformation. I did what the book said. I took pictures every 30 days in various poses, and I lost 18 pounds my first round, and my next round I lost, I don't know, another 15, 16 pounds. Here's a side profile. This is actual P90X results following P90X nutrition about week 3. I followed the macros, calorie targets recommended by the program, and got these results. I pushed myself beyond belief, ended up doing multiple pull-ups, even did muscle-ups. If you guys ever seen my YouTube video, if you just search Robert P90X on YouTube, there's a whole video of me, my P90X transformation. Ended up doing muscle-ups on my kid's swing set, a little pull-up bar built out back. But this is a real 6-month Beachbody transformation right here in this 1-week Beachbody challenge. Now, bodybuilding is always been my passion. I never knew I could get back to a physique I had in college. I thought I was big and ripped in college when I met my wife. That's back when I thought I was ripped. But getting this kind of results in only 6 months, and then Body Beast came out literally around the summer. I think it was released summer of 2012, if I remember right. So it had just been out not maybe a month, and I could not wait to sink my teeth into Body Beast. So as soon as, you know, I finished round 2 P90X, I started Body Beast like the next day. You know, I done read the Book of Beast 4 or 5 times. I had my nutrition all laid out. I did exactly what the book said in Body Beast. Planned everything out, hit the macros, everything. I did Body Beast by the book, guys. And I got strong. You know, I'd been at deficit calories for 6 months. I trusted the process. My goals happened to align with Body Beast. I wanted to put on the most muscle possible. You know, I felt kind of small at 185 pounds here. And so, you know, 90 days later, here I am. Look at this. The photo upload is November 19th, 2012. So approximately 90 days after August, I think that line. Let's see, September, October, November. Yep. So here we are. I'm 9 months in my journey, and here's my my day 90 Body Beast front double bicep. Guys, my arms are 17 inches. If I were to go back and show you my P90X front double bicep, you see it down here. Arms are 15 inches. My arms grew 2 inches in 90 days. Facts. I mean, the measurements don't lie. You know, I've got the 17 inches. Now, my arms don't get much bigger than 17. I've been close to 18 before, but my arms like to stay around 17 inches for some reason. So, but anyway, so here I am about 190 pounds. You know, I only had the 3-week cut on Body Beast. This wasn't a competition cut. This is just, you know, bulking like crazy for 2 months and do a 3-week cut. And that's what it looked like, you know. So that's my actual Body Beast, you know, about 190 pounds here, packing on muscle. So after this, I continued to do more rounds of Body Beast. I was at surplus calories all winter. I wanted to get as big as possible. And I just became a coach about this time, probably about my 2nd month in a Body Beast. I was recruited by Nick Hussain, who was an elite coach at the time, and became Diamond long about the time I got to Summit in 2013. So here's my very first Summit experience in 2013. My wife, you know, it was her first time to go to Summit, and you know, it wasn't hard to get her to go because it was in Vegas. We always wanted to go to Vegas. But the funny thing is, my wife, you know, she's Asian, she's Filipino. She didn't take a lot of medicine growing up. Like, I never could convince her to get Shakeology, guys. Like, you know, I already got results. I won the money. Look, I won something at the lottery, not the lottery, playing the casino slot machine here. But she never tried Shakeology until she went to Summit. I had to drag her ass all the way to Vegas. And when I went to Vegas with my wife, she got to see what Beachbody is really about. She got to see Shaun T talk about T25. She got to work out with Tony Horton. She got to meet one of my coaches, Michael, who lost 65 pounds. And we took him out to lunch. He happens to live in Vegas. Has a really pimp house out there, by the way. And she got to meet one of my customers in person, who later became my coach. And we ate dinner, and she got to see how serious he was with his nutrition and his workouts, and it became very real for her when she met one of my customers who later became a coach. We had this great experience in Vegas. Look, I got to meet. I love this story. I got to meet Barbie Decker at the time, but now she's Barbie Kalev. Like, no shit, man. Like, she walked up right behind me, checking into the MGM Grand. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I think that's Barbie Decker, yo. You know, she came in right behind me, and she was BFFs or good friends with my mentor, Nick Hussain, at the time, who had her on a team call. And I thanked her for this team call that she did, and she remembered that call. And she drilled me on that call like a teacher, and thank God I was able to remember things, but it was a great thing. And, you know, she spoke some real truth to me at that time. I thank her this day. I thanked her last year for this talk she gave me right here in line. So, guys, when you're out at Summit, you know, talk to people, talk to the leaders, talk to the mentors. They may say something that'll really get you thinking, could possibly change your life. So thank you, Barbie, for all those words you spoke to me in the line at the MGM Grand. But Mary Jane got to see it, right? She got to work out, got a picture with Shalene Johnson, you know, got to meet some people on our team there. And it was a great experience. And when we came back from Summit, guys, my wife wanted Shakeology. And, you know, here she is with the vanilla bag. She got to try vanilla. Vanilla just came out that year and she wanted it. And then I made my wife my coach. And then that, you know, if you guys understand how the business centers work, I put all my retail customers on her business center that kind of paid us twice. And, you know, she was already a fan of the workouts because she's done the hell before I did, you know, and she just loved Beachbody and she loved being around and seeing all the fit women. And honestly, it was my wife seeing all the fit women, you know, wiping the floor with us in the workouts that kind of got her to try Shakeology. And she's not been off it since. Like she's the most loyal Shakeology drinker ever. You know, she right now she drinks the vegan Shakeology, the vegan strawberry. She goes between that and the vegan chocolate. So, you know, I didn't compete in this classic. This was the first Beachbody Classic. You can see the winners. It was kind of low key. You know, the trophies were different there. It was kind of new. Wasn't, you know, it was something that got a lot of interest and a lot of coaches want to do the next year because in 2014 is when they had it on the MGM Grand stage. And I know that was some stiff competition. So the seed for the Beachbody Classic competition got planted right here at my very first summit. So, you know, I became very interested in maybe doing this thing. So, you know, the year rocked on in my business, and I earned my way on the Success Club cruise in 2014. So I've been a coach like just over a year now. Gosh, I mean, you know, a year and a half later, dude, look, I'm flexing with Tony Horton on a cruise ship, man. You know what I mean? So it's pretty. This Beachbody has been a crazy experience for me, man. I mean, like I could just hang it up right here and call that a win. You know, gosh, got the flex with Tony Horton cruise ship. There's Mary Jane with Tony, you know, in the casino. The dude was straight drunk, but he was awesome and took a picture. I got to show him my before after. It was amazing. Tony is such a cool guy. And, you know, Mary Jane, you know, working out with Sean T and seeing Tony Horton, you know, riding the surf wave. And one of the best experiences I've ever had with Beachbody is right here, working out with my wife on the cruise ship with Tony Horton. I think we did the warrior workout for P90X3, but I almost cried. I was like the words he was speaking, the moment, the perfect weather. My wife was there who started it all. So, you know, P90X started this for me, guys. And it was just an amazing experience. All of that's to say, you know, we knew we were going to Summit. We wanted to go back to Vegas. And my official prep for the 2014 Classic started right after this cruise. At the advice of my mentor, who knew better than me, who I trusted, said I should really seek out a contest prep coach because it's really dangerous to get your body fat super low, you know. And thanks to Beachbody, I was able to earn income to hire a contest prep coach. I earned enough to go on the trip, so I had extra income. I invested my Beachbody earnings, okay? I'm gonna say it again, I invested my Beachbody earnings in a contest prep coach. I consider this personal development, you know, business development, because I was doing this for a business to gather attraction, you know, to market for my business. I was going to try to write it off, which I think I did actually. I think I wrote it off that year. So I hired a contest prep coach and I started dieting. I didn't know jack shit about dieting. I knew nothing about contest prep dieting. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And I could not believe the regimentedness of it all, you know. But I think this is a great investment in my long-term bodybuilding goals because I always want to look like a bodybuilder. I never knew how. I had zero expectations going into my first classic. I was like, cool, I'm going to get abs. I'm going to look amazing. I'm going to look like something I've never, you know, looked like before. Anyway, here's some more trips from the picture. So you kind of see my condition right before I go on my cut. So this was all me, all Beachbody, all at home. Still, I probably got 17.5-inch arms here. You know, I have muscle mass. I've been at surplus calories for at least a year. I've been putting on size for a while. Okay. So I love this picture, by the way. My wife, you can tell she works out. She's pretty diesel. But anyway, so that's kind of my condition going into my first prep, so to speak. Oh, love this. I want to go back on another cruise, guys. That's an Uncle Carl. Anyway, So fast forward to Summit 2014 Las Vegas. I'm here. I've been through a contest prep coach, diet, regimented cardio, everything to keep as much muscle as possible. I want to tell you guys something. Let me unshare my screen real quick. Okay, about halfway through my contest prep in 2014, on my way to Vegas, I found out due to a work conflict, I was going to fly back early. Okay. So I'd already invested money and a coach with my Beachbody earnings because I looked at the contest as a Beachbody marketing event. I'm getting my body fat low and I don't want to die. Okay. It's dangerous. Competing is dangerous. So I wanted to level up my knowledge. And so I invested in my business because that's how I look at this. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Halfway through this investment, that I'm doing for my business, I found out I can't even stay to the final show. I can stay up through prejudging, but I have to be back at work the next day. Like there's no getting out of this with my day job. I just have to be back. And it was devastating. I already, invested the money, been on this regimen, and I could start seeing results. And I was super excited to try to, go all in for this thing. And, the sails got removed from me. The wind just taken from my wings, so to speak. And now I found out I can't compete. I can go through prejudging, but I can't walk the stage of the MGM Grand because they let everybody walk. I was not going to be able to do that because I physically couldn't be in Vegas. I had to be back in Georgia at my day job. Okay. So Mary Jane and I talked about it, and it turns out that 2014 is the year of our 10-year anniversary. Okay. Summits, I think it might have been in July about that time. It had been right around our 10-year anniversary, the actual date of our anniversary. We'd be in Vegas. So we decided to go to Vegas early that year. Okay. We stayed, I think, 3 or 4 nights at the Venetian, thanks to Beachbody. And then we went to the MGM Grand for 1 or 2 days of Summit and prejudging, and then took the red-eye flight back home. She hated it because she loves Beachbody. She loves Summit. She loves doing the trainer workouts, and she loves spending a shitload of money at Core. I mean, I swear my wife has all the pants, yoga pants of whoever. She just gets decked out, all the nice sweaters from last year. She's got all that shit. But anyway, she loved Summit, did not want to go back, but she understood kind of where things were. So my way to kind of get around that and make her happy is to go early. And so I'm going to share my screen and show you the pictures from that trip and kind of where I ended up. But understand, my expectations going to my first competition was not to win, wasn't even to make top 10. It was just to go to Vegas looking crisp on almost a second honeymoon. I mean, I was super motivated to get my body to a condition I knew it never would have been before, now that I have professional help and knowledge that I use my Beachbody income to invest for my business. Does that make sense? So it was amazing. It was just simply amazing. And so I want to show you the pictures from my first, quote, kind of contest prep and kind of my thoughts and attitudes during the week of the event of Summit. So let me share my screen. So I'm in Vegas, and one thing I want to show you, this picture is one of my coaches, Jason Butler. Okay, we are posing like Greek gods in the Venetian pools. Jason Butler has lost, I think, 80 to 90 pounds in 11 months, and he's competing in the Beachbody Classic with me. He's one of my coaches. He lost most of his weight on T25. And to see him face to face after losing 80 to 90 pounds in 11 months, to look in that condition, posing with confidence with a tan in the Venetian pools. I mean, dude, we're straight just posing all over the place. And everybody in the Venetian pools is looking at us, because we were staying in the Venetian and we invited him and his wife over. I mean, it was just a trippy, surreal experience. It's just almost dropped my jaw. And some of you may recognize this gentleman to the right. That's Nick Hussein, my former mentor in the business. He placed second that year. Okay. I like to show my arms are bigger than his because his ego is bigger than mine. But anyway, I won't say any more about Nick. Other than the guy is disciplined and has a great physique, stays shredded year round, and is relentless. So, you know, for me, for my personal goals, to hit this pose next to my mentor who I looked up to, who had killer P90X results, you know, this was a win for me to pose next to Nick. Okay. That was like a good thing for me, you know, to finally meet him in person and pose next to him and to have somewhat abs here. Now realize I had already been in Vegas like 5 days. Okay. You know, and then we're finally at the MGM Grand later in the week. And once I got to Vegas, like to be on a regimen and meal plan with my wife on like the second honeymoon was just not going to happen. So basically, once I got to Vegas, I was pretty lean. F it, man. We just ate at nice restaurants everywhere. We saw almost like a Cirque du Soleil show every night leading up to Summit while we were in the Venetian. Had an amazing experience in Vegas. And so this is me after like many, many cheat meals in Vegas for 5 days. I still have abs by some miracle. And I obviously filled out my arms here from all those carb-up meals. But that's my condition. First contest prep, right? I think I'm 185 pounds here. By the way, the only posing lesson I got was from Nick, like the night before prejudging. I didn't even shave my legs. I didn't even get a tan. I didn't even, you know, practice posing. I didn't know what to do, man. I was so ignorant, so clueless. You know, obviously he came prepared. He came prepared and practiced posing, and he placed second place, and rightfully so. The guy did the work. He did the work. He did the posing, nailed his nutrition, and just kicked ass in the competition, taking second place in the MGM Grand. So, you know, that's how unprepared I was for my first contest rep. I didn't even shave my legs, guys. I didn't know what I was supposed to, man. So a few of my coaches showed up, wife looking great. Here's me and Nick posing again. You know, abs fading away after you know, many cheat meals in Vegas. Nick looking crisp as hell, you know, because he's in it to win it. And so that's my condition for my first show. All right, but look at this picture here, guys. Me and my wife in Vegas, second honeymoon. You know, I was happy, man. I had put in all that work, and we both looked great. We were all over Vegas, man. It was just an amazing experience meeting my coaches in person. We had great transformations. So, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed this trip. Mary Jane thoroughly enjoyed the trip, which solidified her love of Beachbody and her tolerating me to do this business. You know, so we had a great experience. This is the Venetian. I mean, it was an amazing summit for us, you know. Now, had I been at Vegas on competition prep, going all in, it'd have been a totally different experience for Mary Jane. I promise you that. But, you know, my attitude was, hey, I'm going to look great no matter what. It's my first show. You know, I had a good time, and I was not disappointed at all. You know, even though I wouldn't be able to walk the final stage, I was able to go through prejudging. And by going through prejudging, that gave me experience for the next year, 2015. Okay.